Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Doran, and today we're going to be tackling a common issue that most of us face: hair breakage. Whether you have natural, straight or curly hair, this is something that we experience from time to time, and we're always trying to find ways to avoid this. So today we're going to dive into how to prevent hair breakage. Keep watching. So before we jump into prevention, let us understand what causes this hair breakage. But before I start, I would like to state that there is a difference between hair breakage and hair shedding. While the latter is more of a normal process, and this happens because the hair was once a living tissue and all living tissues will eventually die. So this is quite normal. We're going to be focusing on the former, which is hair breakage, and this can have like several causes. So the first cause can be dryness. When your hair is dry, it's more prone to breakage. Another thing is overstyling. Too much heat, chemicals, tight hairstyles can make your hair to be weak. Another is lack of moisture. Insufficient moisture on your hair regularly can make your hair brittle. Another is tight accessories. Constantly using accessories such as bands, clips, and so on and so forth can weaken your hair. And the final cause I'll be talking about is nutrition. Maybe you've never thought of this way before, but your diet plays a very significant role in the strength of your hair. So when something is lacking, when you're lacking in nutrients in one food or the other, then it's going to show on your hair. Now that we've known the main possible causes, now let's discuss how to prevent hair breakage in practical steps. Deep conditioning. Incorporating deep conditioning regularly in your wash day routine is going to go a long way in strengthening your hair. Trim your hair regularly. Although this might sound like an oxymoron because you're trying to save as much length as possible, now you're asking me to trim it. But when you have split ends, it's easier for your hair to break that way. So it's better for you to just trim your hair regularly. Well, this is subjective and it all depends on you. You don't have to trim a lot, you're just taking the ends, just this, like something like this, right? You just trim it off. Another is gentle detangling. So when you're detangling your hair, you can either use a wide tooth comb or you use your fingers. I always go for the fingers. And when you're detangling your hair, you should always know that you have to start from the tip of your hair. So you start from this and then you walk your way to the root. Never start from the root and go down. You're starting from the tip of your hair to the root of your hair. Limit heat styling and go for alternatives. In times where it doesn't necessarily have to be heat to blow your hair or to stretch your hair, you can use other methods such as African threading, such as flexi rods in all formats and all of those stuff which do not require heat. I'm not saying you should completely stop or cut out heat on your hair, but try to cut down the amount of times you use it. Another is protective styles. Try to make protective styles. This right here is not protective. This right here is not protective. Protective styles are when you know that your hair is in good condition, it's in safe hands. Styles that your edges will have to suffer for do not equate to protective styles. So protective styles can be like twists with or without extensions, braids with or without extensions that apply minimal tension to your hair as possible. That being said, you should also try to use a satin pillowcase, a satin or a silk pillowcase. The reason why natural influencers are always telling you to go for the satin or silk pillowcase, scarves or bonnets or what have you, is because they tend to retain moisture on your hair. It's not like cotton, which the pores are easily they're large enough for water to quickly dry out from your hair. So these ones will actually retain the moisture on your hair, but you have to have the moisture first of all, right? The ultimate one is balanced diet. We talked about how your diet can affect the health of your hair. So when you have your balanced diet, it's just good. And finally, hydration. Water is key. Period. Drink lots and lots and lots and lots of water. This can never be overemphasized. And also, as you're drinking water, try to spritz your hair regularly. Now let's also talk about some hair products that can help you to prevent hair breakage. The first thing is leave-in conditioner. The difference between leave-in conditioner and deep conditioner is while deep conditioner is used before or after your shampooing, during your wash day, and you have to wash it out, right? You have to rinse it out. Leave-in conditioner, as the name implies, means you're leaving it in your hair. Another thing to know is when you're adding conditioners basically to your hair, you're adding it to your hair, not to your scalp. Your shampoos, your oils, your water can go to either your hair and your scalp, or both of them. But conditioners generally should be applied to your hair, like your hair, not on your scalp, to avoid buildup of product. Leave-in conditioners generally add like an additional layer of moisture to your hair. It's like a double barrier of preventing your hair to becoming brittle. Another thing is silicone-free shampoos. Try to go for shampoos that have no silicone or very little silicone at all, so that doesn't like dry your hair out. Hair oils. Oh, although must be proud of me. Hair oils, Ororo, oils, masala. There are different kinds of hair oils. I think I've probably talked about it on my YouTube channel, or I'll probably talk about it another time. Light ones such as coconut oil, light ones such as olive oil and the rest, and deep ones are the sunflower oil, the flaxseed oil. There is also this castor oil, and so on and so forth. And we also have the essential oil. The essential oils are the ones that you need in very little quantity, just like vitamins, right? Each oil like serve different purposes, and you can include 2 or 3 different kind of oils on your hair. Or can you just go simple and go for one? After you've added water, after you added conditioner, leave-in conditioner in your hair, the last thing you want to apply is oil. So it's like a sealant. It's going to trap that moisture on your hair, so it's going to last in your hair as much as possible. So protein treatment. Normally deep conditioning should be on every of your wash day routine, but protein treatments can be done just like once a month or less or more, depending on how your hair needs it. Protein treatments are basically incorporating proteins to your hair. Proteins can range from, you know, plant-based proteins or animal-based proteins. So you can use avocado, you can use eggs, you can use a lot of other stuff, you know, adding it to your hair mask, right, or your deep conditioner. Some deep conditioners have like proteins, like more proteins, they're specific ones, so you can either do it DIY yourself, or you just buy a protein hair mask straight from the store. Finally, I always recommend everyone to have a spirtle. I show you what one means right now. So this is what a spirtle looks like. It's basically a spray bottle, but I shortened the name spray bottle to spirtle. Okay, I stole the idea from someone close to me. Anyways, I'm allowed to use that. Basically, it's used to spritz or spray water to your hair like that. It's like very easy for you to apply products to your hair directly. Normally for me, I have different kinds of spirtles, right? This one, generally, I put just water, or maybe just water and cloves, like clove water. I've tried to avoid adding oils to this kind of spirtle because the nozzle is very small, and when I add oils to it, oftentimes it gets blocked and it just stops working. The other types of spirtles too that I use, I add leave-in conditioner, water, oils, right? Oils, essential oils, and maybe coconut oil. And I have this in like different proportions. Water is the highest, followed by leave-in conditioner, followed by oils. Right? Water makes up like 50% or more of the amount of the percentage in a spirtle. A spirtle is very easy for you to just apply to your hair, maybe in the morning or in the night before you leave, instead of you going through all the process one by one, especially if you're a busy person. Finally, we're going to talk about nighttime routine, what you can do at night to help you to prevent hair breakage. I know it's a bit tempting, especially when we're tired and we just want to go to bed with our hair like that, especially for the thick natural hair gangs. So except you want to wake up the next morning, spending most of your time detangling your hair and having to cut out the tangled part, then before you sleep, always try to not put your hair in its free form way. For the curly guys or the straight guys, you probably have no problem, but for natural, thick natural hair, it's always important for you to either put your hair in like loose twists or big chunks of braids or something like that, something very easy. And also try to remove every tension from your hair as possible. If your hair was up in a ponytail or something like that during the day, it is only right for you to take of the band or take up whatever can be causing like, you know, tension on your hair, on your scalp, and remove it, right? And also sleep with a satin bonnet or a satin scarf. And if you have protective hairstyles like the one I am on, right, you should, as I said, you should remove every band or like this in a ponytail, remove it and try to wrap your hair like this, like I'm showing you right now. So wrap your hair and put it in a scarf and then go to bed. So basically there you have it. These tips should help you to prevent hair breakage as much as possible. And remember, consistency is key. It is never too late for you to start taking care of your hair like consciously. I wish you the best of luck and thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.